Alright, it's Saturday, December 17th. It's a day after the polar vortex hit. We got about 10 inches of snow on the ground. And my dad and I, his first time in a stand. You can see him down there with his crossbow. And I'm gonna try to set him up on a late season deer here, so conditions are right. Wind's blowing a northwest, and we're anticipating the deer coming from the west, so it should be good. Deer should be on their feet, so stay tuned.
That's the arrow, covered with guts. Sorry, Dad. We'll come back tomorrow and try to get it.
Tonight we shot one, but we got an arrow, but we missed that. Maybe hit a little bit low that one. It's alright, we come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
For sure, we can get that.
Yeah, low hit. Alright, so we're back at it here the next morning. Tracking the deer. Not looking too good so far. Not a whole lot of blood. Tracks are covered up with snow, so it's just going to be a body search right now. I don't think we're going to be able to recover this deer. I've been trying to look for it now for almost 2 hours in negative 20 weather. So we gave it a shot, and you know, things like this happen. So hopefully my dad can get on another one here either today or next week before the season's over. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys.
And this cold front is hitting right before Christmas, so or this winter advisory, if you will. So I'm actually heading out to a spot and hoping that this cold front's got the deer moving. I'm actually going to be still hunting, so slowly just kind of walking towards the wind, or with the wind in my face. It's a solid south wind today, so I got a lot of high hopes, and hopefully I can get a late season deer on the ground, because it's been a while. But Buddy was out this morning and saw some pretty good deer movement, so I'm gonna head out, and hopefully I can, you know, get a smack down on a doe, at least a doe. So stay tuned. Well, just saw my first deer in the morning. It's about 7:30-ish. Yeah, I mean, he was coming from the north, coming south. And the southwest wind must be swirling right around over there. Because it came and stopped right there, sniffed the air a little bit there. And then it just hopped right back to where it came from. You know, it should be going left or right, but I think it's swirling a little bit, just enough. I'm just gonna sit tight and see what happens here. Hey, what's up, guys? It's actually New Year's Eve, or actually December 30th here. And decided to come in and sit a spot I've never sat before, but always wanted to sit, so it looks good. There's obviously some hunter sign here with some of the red tags and whatnot, but I'm assuming that most of that is actually from gun. But there is a lot of fresh deer sign here, a lot of good tracks, droppings, and there's actually some blood droppings here, so bucks are starting to shed already. So if you do see that out there, little drops of blood on trails, more likely it's going to be bucks that have shed. Where I'm set up, it's actually a marsh. I'm at a little point here that leads out to a private field behind me. Some of the beds are actually only, 70 yards away from me. I tried to sneak in here, but the snow was just so loud. I'm hoping that I didn't bump anything out, so the first area I wanted to sit was actually full of deer hunter signs and no fresh tracks or deer tracks, so hopefully this spot pans out. But
didn't go check it yet because I want to drop off all my stuff here, my gear, my backpack, and just bring my bow. So I'm going back to the car or the truck and dropping everything off first, and then bring the sled just in case. So just shot a doe, and we just got back to the spot where I shot it, but I haven't checked it for trails or blood or anything like that. I know that it wasn't a pass through, so we reviewed the footage, and it looks like the shot was a little further back, but it was quartering away, so I think it clipped at least a lung. But again, it didn't pass through, so we're just gonna follow some tracks and see if we got any blood where I shot it.
And we found blood right where he hit it. Look at that blood trail.
All right. That's good. That's real good.
Look at that. Yeah, arrow didn't pass through, but man, it's spraying pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it broke off, dude.
Got some pretty good penetration there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Found the arrow, blood stopped.
That's a lot of blood.
Look at that. It's dark too. It's bleeding pretty good. It's just that where did it go?
There.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh man.
It's not dead yet. We checked it for like what, 100 yards?
Alright guys, we're back at it here the next morning after I just shot the doe. We're about, I'd say, a mile and a half or so back in the public land marsh, and we're at the point of impact of where I hit it initially. So this is roughly about 25 yards, and as you can see, got a good blood trail going. We got to a spot here where it started running. I think we bumped it last night out of its bed. It did bed, so the blood is actually bleeding on its exit side now more than it is on the entry side, but we're gonna keep going here and see how it goes. Blood is probably about a few feet apart, but it's a good blood trail. Hopefully we have a recovery. We're roughly 150, almost 200 yards away from where I first hit it. So we got to another bed. Looks pretty fresh, and yeah, it's in the middle of these cattails here, so hopefully we can find it soon because it's still bleeding out on both sides now, not just one side. So hopefully we follow this trail through. It won't be too long before we find it. Yeah, hopefully we're recovering. This is the second bed.
It's bleeding pretty good.
Yeah, it's giving us a pretty good blood trail. So
It's like we never lost blood yet.
keep going here.
You can see blood over there. Bubbly, coagulated blood. We thought it'd be dead.
Like,
That is so much.
can't make up his mind.
Yeah. Well, I know liver hit. They kind of run around in circles.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you found it! Oh, there it is!
Oh man.
That's a pretty big doe, dude.
All right, guys, found it. It only went like 300 yards. But yeah, we found it dead. It kind of walked in circles there, bedded a few times. The hit was low.
But it came up a little high, midway.
Hit was low, and then it exited out a little bit. So yeah, it's a nice big doe. Kind of a crazy hit there, pretty low shot. And then on the other side, the broadhead's still sticking out. That crazy or what? So now the tough part begins. Trying to drag it out of this marsh that we're deep.
We're like super deep in.
Taking the doe here.